Alright guys, so I'm finally getting around to doing the Monta Triumph video. Of course, I already did a review on this, so this isn't necessarily going to be a review, or I don't know if any of these videos I do are technically reviews. I'm just kind of showing them on camera so you guys can see them, check them out, make your own decision on whether it's right for you or pros and cons, whatever you want to do with the information. But this watch was it wasn't a impulse decision to buy this because of the exposure I had to Monta a while ago. I always knew I was going to own a Triumph. It was just beyond my comfort zone, but it was far less beyond my comfort zone than the Seamaster was, and I still remembered a lot of the things I didn't like about the Seamaster. The bezel play in the Seamaster I was not a big fan of, and I've tried some other ones too, and they have a varying degree, but ultimately they all have like a little bit of bezel play, which at that price level in my comfort zone and stuff like that, the more I thought about it, I would have ended up selling that watch. I'm very 100% convinced that that's the path that watch would end up taking. I don't have that feeling with the Monta Triumph for many reasons. The other thing that kind of pulled me away from the Seamaster is they're almost, I don't want to say common, but they're readily available, and they are more common than, say, a Monta Triumph. You can't deny that. They've been in production longer, and obviously all that good stuff, but I decided I wanted something that was a luxury feel, amazing design elements, but was different than the norm. So the Monta Triumph checked all of those boxes and more. I'm not disappointed with my decision at all. I'm happy that I picked the green. I think it is different from the norm, as is, buying a more expensive micro brand. I think Monta is a safe bet, as there are many other more expensive micro brands that are also safe bets. And for the most part, they hold their resale value, although I don't really care about that with this watch because I'm not going to sell it. That's why. So I think you can look at a watch differently if you know that you're going to keep it. And I definitely viewed this purchase in that manner. But if I ever did need to, which I can't imagine that being the case, I would do okay on it. I'm very gentle with my possessions for the most part. I'm a little rough on maybe a couple of things like tools and stuff like that are meant to be rough. And although most of these watches are tool watches, I don't treat them the same as I treat like my impact tools and stuff like that, obviously. So I wear it, and I don't bang into anything. Anybody that's bought a used watch off me can verify that my used watches are generally in really good condition. I've already worn this thing on and off for close to a month now or something, and you can tell it's still in like new condition. Granted, this is like my weekend watch, or occasionally I'll wear it during the day or whatever on a weekday, but that's not its primary goal. So there is no perfect watch out there. That would be boring. That's why all of us that are in this hobby have so many watches, because whether you realize it or not, you've concluded that there is no perfect watch. That would be boring. That would be insane. None of us want to have that. Even though we all search for it, none of us really want that. So that's why we own so many different variations of a watch, or dive watches seem to be the biggest draw. There's some really nice dress watches, and then there's some really good dress field watches. I don't know, whatever category this is going to be in. I don't really categorize this particular watch. I just call it a Monta Triumph. So I look forward to a long ownership of this watch, and I was reluctant to even show you guys this And when I bought it, I didn't feel that way. But once I did buy it, and then I started wearing it and hanging out with it more, I realized that this watch wasn't for the Random Rob channel. This watch wasn't necessarily to share with you guys. This watch was for me. This is my watch. The same way that my Orange Monster will always be my watch. That watch is not going anywhere. Other than anytime I go on vacation or something like that, it's obviously going there with me. But what I mean is that it's not ever going to be sold or traded or anything like that. It doesn't even get lent out. I would have a difficult time even sending it out for service. I get kind of possessive of, things like that way. So if it needs work or whatever like that, it'll be under controlled circumstances. And I kind of feel like this watch is going to hold that same type of relationship with me. So anyway, guys, just wanted to share with you real quick. I actually shot a video a little bit ago and I ended up deleting it. It was like a 15-minute long rant about some other topics and everything, but I figured I would keep this one a little bit cleaner and more subtle and just kind of show you guys my green Monta Triumph. And I don't really have a reason that I decided not to. Well, I mean, I kind of have a reason why I didn't get the Seamaster. It's more than I wanted to spend. I knew I was going to sell it. I always knew that I was going to own a Monta Triumph after reviewing that first black one. And this was the perfect opportunity because I had more than enough funds. I had enough money to get the Seamaster. But I didn't want to go that route because it gets muddied up. I already done that in the past. So I took the opportunity to buy my Monta Triumph. Clean, done. I knew I picked the right one. I'm good. I bought it brand new. I dealt with Justin over at Monta. They're an amazing company to deal with. And they have an amazing product. And I really think it's a good value at the price points they have set. And then they have a bunch of accessories to go with it. I'm looking forward to trying out the brown leather strap that is fitted specifically to the case. Excellent hardware and everything like that. As we're getting into a little bit cooler months now, I'll be trying that. You guys know I'm not a big fan of the NATOs, but I will probably toss it on there just to see, but I don't suspect that I'll wear it on there. And I also have the black leather, which I will probably try on there, but I really think the dark brown or chestnut brown or whatever this is going to pair really nicely with the green dial. So, but ultimately I'm a bracelet guy, and the bracelet is amazing on this watch, and it does never give you the desire to pull it off. Like when you put this thing, let's put it on real quick. Heck, maybe this video will turn into a 15-minute long video anyway. There it is on my 7 1/4 wrist, 7 1/8, something like that. Disappears on wrist. It doesn't really disappear on wrist. It has enough felt weight and presence that you know you're wearing a watch, but it definitely isn't a diver. And quite frankly, I haven't been wearing too many divers. I wore the SKX a little bit today until I had a couple other watches that I picked up at my UPS store. But I've been wearing like the Hamilton. So this is definitely way lighter and super comfortable on the Erica's original strap. So I could definitely see probably wearing this Monta here real soon because they're just so light and comfortable. You don't have to worry about weight issues or size issues or anything like that. These are really good sweet spots for size and comfort on these guys. So definitely check out this genre of watches. These are some amazing size and value propositions. That's it. I'm getting close to 10. I'll close you guys out with a loom shot. The Monta Triumph does have loom, and it works well. Nice blue hue to it. And thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another video. And the Monta's going to be around, so it'll be on some more videos.